Need 15-7 to take over the lead. Looking for 15-7. He's got it. 21 pounds and 9 ounces. And Chase Clarke is headed to the 2026 Bassmaster Classic. The first one of the year is going to this Virginia angler, $35,000. First place points in the Bassmaster Elite Qualifier. 2-day total of 47-7. Let's hear it for your champion, Chase Clarke. What's going through your head? You're a champion now.
I've worked my whole life to win one of these things. I've spent so much time away from my family, my girlfriend, my parents, and they've supported me all along the way, as well as all my sponsors. I don't know. It's a dream come true.
You want to hold the hardware? Absolutely. Hey, Tony, I'll get you to help me if you come around up front right here on the front of the stage and grab the hardware. 2-day total of 47-7. And let's make it official, Columbia County. You guys have been great. Mother Nature, not so much, but it ended up being a beautiful day here on Championship Saturday. And let's make it beautiful for Chase Clarke. He's your champion. St. Croix Bassmaster Opens, presented by 7. Stop number 1, division number 1. Clarks Hill Lake, Columbia County, Georgia. And that is going home with you. You are officially a Bassmaster champion.
Oh, my gosh. I love the sound of that. It definitely hasn't set in yet. I've wanted one of these things ever since I was a little kid. It's unbelievable.
And there he is, your champion, Chase Clarke. Ended the season last year in 3rd place at Leech Lake. Starts the season with a bang, 25-14 on day 1. Another bag, over 20 pounds today. A couple 6-pounders for his week. And Chase Clarke is the first winner of the Bassmaster Opens for 2025. Clarks Hill is our first stop of Division 1. And boy, this Savannah River Reservoir absolutely put out big fish this week. Not only largemouth, but also big spotted bass showed up as well. Got Brandon Cobb joining us all day long for Bassmaster Live. You got to watch it all. Such as well. Man, Brandon, we got to see some big moments from all of our anglers, but especially Chase Clarke. Huge day 1, a little bit of a slow start to day 2, but he got the right bites that kind of allowed him to have pressure off until he figured it out.
Yeah, absolutely. His game plan, I think it had him concerned this morning, and he did a great job at, being patient and watching live all day. He got the right bites, and he did yesterday too. And it's not luck when you do it that many days in a row, and you catch that many big ones. He had something just a little figured out more than everybody else of just following the fish around. He caught the key bites that you have to have at Clarks Hill. You
said Clarks Hill in most places is a little bit flatter. Tapers, it's a little different than other lakes that are in the region, just how flat it is. We saw Dylan Fogarty, we saw Chase Clarke, a little bit steeper banks, a little closer. I'm not saying channel swing, but they did fish a little different areas.
Yeah, he definitely, and he caught many more large. His ratio was much higher largemouth to spotted bass than most of the other anglers. You saw people catch more fish, but Chase was definitely targeting.
Yeah, you pointed out that he was really targeting going for the larger largemouth bass, and he did it. And this is after a year when he had 4 finishes above 100 and a couple good finishes, and he starts the season off like this. Just amazing. He's got to feel really good going into the Opens this year.
Absolutely. 2nd place, at least for our camera coverage this week, Blaine Bunny, 18-year-old from Tulsa, Oklahoma region. And boy, he went from the high school series, and what a step up. Just skipping the college series and going straight to the Opens, that is a tough task. And boy, Brandon Cobb, we talked about how well he managed his 2 patterns. He didn't want to shake a minnow, on a jig head all day long, but that was key when it was low light before the sun really got up to a good angle. Then he made the switch and went cranking, throwing that Spro rock crawler, getting in that 10 to 14 foot range. And boy, these started showing up. He had some 3s early, caught a 4.13 and a 4.10 midday that really busted his bag up to good competition.
Yeah, he definitely, time management was perfect for him. He kept himself from wasting any time throughout the day. He caught the limit quick, out deep, and then got the bites he was looking for, cranking, and to be honest, he was 1, maybe 2 bites. from
18-year-old from Claremore, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Hey, sometimes they say these young anglers just turn their brain off and watch the screen. He wasn't. He was thinking all day. He changed from a matte crawfish color to a more translucent when that sun, and he got real still. And then he started chasing wind, Brandon, and we thought, man, one more bite, and Blaine Bunny could be your champion.
Ronnie, you said we may have some surprises this year. He may be one of them.
Yeah, I'm glad to have called him last night to get to know the young man. Thought he was in his mid-20s when we were on the phone, how mature and how well he was talking to me, but just 18 years old, had a boy for a great start to his Opens. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, I'm not saying he's 88 years old, but in fishing terms, Such, 48 or 45. That's
40. 41 or 2, I think.
That's a little older, but Matt Adams, our third highest guy on camera today that we got to see, and honestly, he stuck to his deal way out deep until late in the day, and he got shallower, Brandon. But for Matt to come back from the heartbreak of being the first man to miss the elites last year, to have a good start here, that's got to give him a boost of confidence that I can endure the gauntlet once again.
Yeah, definitely. It didn't break his confidence to be first out. He clearly started off the year hot again, just like he did last year, just barely missed it. But he definitely was on some good fish and got very, very good at catching these suspended Clarks Hill bass.
Got 8 Opens this year, 2 divisions, 4 events in each division. If you're in the top 50 in points, you'll advance onto the EQ portion to try to make the Elite Series. And so this is 25% of their season is already behind them. And Matt Adams, Chase Clarke, Blaine Bunny, great start to their year. Had a really great representation states-wise. We had Tennessee anglers, we had Carolina anglers, Georgia anglers, guys from Oklahoma, and even guys from Alabama showing up later in the day. Thank you for joining us. Chase Clarke, a fantastic 2 days at Clarks Hill. You are our champion, and you're going to the Bassmaster Classic.